What is going on, everybody? I don't know what is going on Friday or Thursday at this point. All of a sudden, the intros are not working. So, I guess I could sing it to you. Can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. All right, guys, it's Friday. Get sideways. Let's get into everything that's going on here. Um, let's start off with the chat. Trail Boss in the house. Good morning. I asked this question last night, but it was too late. If CZ wants to help Lunk so badly, why doesn't he list it on Binance.us? Well, the answer to that is because he wants to help it because he's wrecked by it. He doesn't want to wreck Binance US with it. Remember, they lost their Luna Classic holdings at some point were in the billions of dollars. So now it's not in the billions of dollars. It's in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And that creates additional exposure on Binance.us. And he's not, he's a savvy investor. So he's not going to spread his loss among all of his businesses in the hopes that maybe something good's going to happen. And to be fair, crypto.com, not crypto.com, but Binance.us doing some trading would be nice, except that Luna Classic doesn't move that much product. They move about $185 million a day. And it's already coming through Binance. I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot more that they're going to get off of it. So there's no real reason to do that. Saitama, Saitama, by the way, if you are not paying attention, Saitama is going off. It's up 57% today, just absolutely teeing off at this point, and booming. And by the way, if you guys are looking, and if your first response is, well, it's all bots, it's not. Everything on every product right now is showing that it's a bot on Uniswap, because Uniswap is just, look, Uniswap is turning into a disaster. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the Uniswap team right now, but looks like good things are a thing of the past right now, because I don't know, there's something wrong over at Uniswap. Some of the stuff that they do is just kind of mind-boggling. So who knows? But Saitama is blowing up, having a really, really solid 57.8% rally. It was up to like 65% a little while ago before people started taking profit. There is a lot of investors coming in right now to Saitama. So remember, only one of us told you that Saitama was going to have that next round and it was going to pump. And you're looking at him right now if you're watching me. Family Z, what is going on? Saitama is mooning. Good morning. My $18 in Saitama is up to $40. Yo believes us Saitama have the runs. It is running right now. So it looks like it. And in fact, it looks like this is just, I mean, it just started out of nowhere. So, I mean, there's a possibility you could say, well, something happened here. But I mean, to be fair, like, let's go over here and look at it. You can see that it just picked up steam a few hours back. And what you're always looking for with Saitama has been trade volume, right? Well, look at this trade volume here. This is at 806. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's tons of transactions. This is what you used to see out of Saitama a long time ago. Now we're scrolling down here. And what a couple of people were saying was, well, everything is a bot. Well, you see this? Everything looks like it's a bot, right? It says bot or smart contract. And that's because it's being recognized with what do you call it? Through their router. If you go look at SHIB, same thing. Everything is a bot or a smart contract. Same thing. If there's older transactions, you may not see it, but everything on BRL is a smart contract. Everything on MMAI is a smart contract. Like, it's just there's something going on with Uniswap that's causing it to look like that. So, but 59.6%, and there we go. More buys coming in. How far does this thing run? I mean, you know, right now it broke through some resistance, and it broke majorly through resistance. You have to go back here And you have to understand that the resistance point right here, it's already broken through. We'll see if it holds, because it dumped back down after it had already pumped to 29, like 29.22, 29.50, something like that. And then it started coming back down because you started to see a bunch of sell off. But I mean, you're not seeing any selling right now, or what you're seeing is minimalized sort of selling. So, we'll see what happens over the next little while, but there is a lot coming back into right now. And by the way, FOE4, keep an eye on some of these wallets, because you're seeing big money coming in, little money coming in. So you can make an argument that FOE20, whatever it is, that might be a bot just continuing to buy. So if you're interested and you think there's some kind of conspiracy, by all means, do your conspiracy thing and check it out. Remember that a lot of people do DCA their way through so that they're not getting wrecked all at once. So that also has something to do with it. Now Saitama is over 3,000. So congratulations to everybody that held. You are getting rewarded this morning. Good morning. Yeah, my 400 is 1,200 right now. There you go. Good morning. Good morning, Nilo. The Breeze, what's going on? Let's get past the no sound part. Good morning, David Wright. Couldn't sleep last night. Someone removed my bedtime with Bleed. So hey, yeah, man, the thing didn't work. I gotta try to fix it again this morning. I don't know why it's not working. Something's different. So we'll see. Rumors going around of Binance listing causing the FOMO. So the rumors going around that Binance is going to list Saitama. Wait, are you saying that there's a rumor about a listing started by someone inside an organization? Okay, well then that must be what's actually really happening, guys. At this point, I would take my profits, because one of the things that people like to do is leak stuff. And to be fair, the Saitama ecosystem has really started to build itself out. So I would not be surprised if that were the case. But let's also put a pin in that discussion and think about this. $806,000 in volume is not Binance level activity. And that's no disrespect to anybody who's shilling Saitama or anything like that. Let's go look at it. You can see here, just a nice move, but $3.5 million in volume is not setting the world on fire. Like Binance is not listing that. You know what I mean? Like that's not what Binance lists. So it would be odd to see it happen. So, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen. I mean, it doesn't mean that there's not an agreement in place. So we'll see what happens over the next little while. But it's yeah, I just I'll be nervous when I start hearing the rumors, because remember, we just had the thing going on with Lillian, and if there's rumors, those are not real. So Mike Tillman, what is going on? Volt Inu in the house. Good morning, Juice. I run my MetaMask on my own node, so when I trade on Uniswap, it looks like a bot. That's exactly right. But I think that everything is looking like a bot right now. So there's no rumors about a listing. That's a lie. There you go. So it might just be a natural pump. And that would be the best. Like, I hope that it's not some kind of Binance is coming sort of thing that got leaked out by the team or anything like that. Wouldn't be good for business in the long term. But there is resistance here. You can see that it's met it, and it seems to be pushing through. Now, this is a lot right here, by the way. So, I mean, take into account, there are a lot of people that are in this position that are right here in this little chop area, that these guys right here at some point are going to be looking to liquidate and to take some profit and get some money back, because they've been down so much. You think 35 all the way down to about 1,500, you lost 66% of your holdings. You're not looking for profit at this point. You're looking to exit with your money back. Okay. So, and that's no disrespect to Saitama. I mean, you know, it's just, that's just the way that it is. That's investor sentiment. So all of this right here, there's going to be an accounting over the next little while for that. And then we'll see what happens. they may push right through it. You know what I mean? Like they could absolutely push right through it. But let's move on here. The pre-markets are now declining after starting in the green, down to 38. There's some earnings whisper reports that did not come out very well. Was doing some work on Kronos this morning, checking the chart to see what was going on. It's still down, but I think that this right now, for right now, this little channel holds. And if this thing holds for at least 2 more weeks or maybe even a month, look at the growth that you're going to see on the crypto.com chain. You can see right here that you're just testing this line. If you do that, that gets you to 10 cents. So you're talking about a 50% increase in just a couple of weeks. So if this plays out and if the market continues its relief rally, that's what we're going to see from that. The coin market report, let's get the full report here. And you can see right here in the last little while, there's been a little downward spike, but the market did indeed kind of recover. 979 billion, still 3 billion down from when we recognized it last time, which was last night. So we lost 3 billion in the market overnight, even though we're looking green on the day so far. 39 billion in trading volume. None of that's great. But the earnings whisper, Netflix missed, even though it added a bunch of new holders. But here's the kicker and why Netflix did not move the market down, okay? And you look at this. This is a gigantic miss. This is 12 cents a share versus 47% a share projection, which is significant. But the company said in its shareholder letter, it expects first quarter earnings of approximately $2.82 per share on revenue of approximately $8.17 billion. The current consensus is $2.97. So even though the consensus is $2.97, that's just somebody randomly guessing way too far ahead. So they're saying $2.82 per share, which is a gigantic upgrade from 0 per share. And by the way, these sort of quarterly earnings per share, like that's what drives this market. That's why that's why the stock market continues to go up, because these companies are paying you back with these dividends off of everything. And I mean, you're making money off of your money that you're making money off of. Like, it's a never ending cycle of just money. So, but as you start to go down this, you're going to start to see Concentrix missed, and it was not close. PPG Industries, that one hit, but it guides lower, which generally speaking is not a great sign. Bank First reports, and they missed. Capstar Financial misses. Mercantile Bank Holdings misses. Ericsson misses. Regions Financial misses, and misses big, by the way. On their revenue projection, not on their share projection. Huntington Bank is a miss, and it actually hit. Don't let them fool you with that. That's the earnings whisper making up that gigantic number. So, but also crypto.com is now listing P-Stake, which is a liquidity staking protocol that gives you, like, you get the S-Take key. You get a digital asset that you get to use on their chain. So if you're interested, go to crypto.com and check them out. Crypto.com just did a Kronos upgrade the other day. So they should be running faster, a little bit leaner. And I didn't see any real changes on the app, but like color wise, but I did see some new advertisements. That was about it. And then Rocket Pool is also listed, and it's a proof of stake protocol using the ETH merge environment, POS. And then you'll receive, if you stake with them, then you get RETH tokens, which represent a tokenized staking deposit and the rewards it gains over time in the Rocket Pool network. So you get that as well. Now let's move on to some news here. Top 50 Genesis creditors entitled to $3.5 billion, and the market, by the way, shrugged that completely off. So we were good to go up till that point. Mr. Cryptocurrency, thank you for the $10 bomb. The network is coming, and it will spread like wildfire. Bleeves, thank you. Thanks for the live stream and always bringing us great projects. By the way, if you haven't already, go to Twitter And I'm going to post a link in here for NGN. Go to the NGN network. That is an upcoming crypto that's about to launch. We don't have a launch date yet, but we're getting closer and closer and closer to that launch time. So, yeah, that's going to be, I think this is going to be a big one. But anyway, if you're in here right now, go hit follow and start checking them out. Hit the bell to be notified if you want to about what's going on with the network. And look, I think this is an opportunity, like some of these other protocols, to make some serious money. At least, look, when it launches, it should have a nice little swag behind it. So definitely check it out, and the link is in the chat right now. Now, back to the news. Google's parent company is going to lay off 12,000 employees worldwide, and that did not go over very well at all. Alphabet revealed on Friday that it will slash around 12,000 jobs. The layoff accounts for 6% of its global workforce. And what did I tell you was going wrong with them right now? And they actually said it, and Jesus Christ, I can't even see it now. Where did it go? There was, we're the ones. Here we go. The company, on its part, is dealing with digital advertising slackening. Alongside its cloud computing division, has not been able to generate growth as well as Amazon or Microsoft. So, the cloud computing aside, the things that they're making, ad revenue has been down for a long time, which is why I constantly say, guys, sign up for a membership on the channel. That membership on this channel means so much to help me continue to pay for whatever it is that I'm doing here. If I have 1,000 subscribers at $4.99 a month, then that basically pays for whatever I'm doing here. That kind of funds it. So if you can, membership is $4.99. Sign up, become a member, and join the channel. But that's the Google. These guys are going through it right now. Not huge because it's a huge company, but they do have to continue to make that profit, meet that bottom line. Otherwise, the CEO Sundar Pichai is going to be gone, and they're going to replace him with somebody who's willing to say, "Hey, get out." Shiba, Doge, and Bitcoin amongst most undervalued cryptos, while BNB remains overvalued. That's a little bit crazy. So pay attention to that. And Mr. Cryptocurrency, thanks for the $5 bomb. Also, can't forget about BRL and Decanect, that are also a couple of my favorites. LFG. BRL is recovering. Had a nice little, had a big dump. Nice little run up. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. We're going to look into it anyway. We're not going to put too much time into it. We're going to try to get as quickly as we can through. I just ended up having so much news overnight, like it was crazy. But so BNB being overvalued is a weird sort of outlier to the way the market has been feeling. The market's been feeling, I think, or I thought that BNB was probably going to be the one that was going to be the big mover. And now we're getting that inkling that it's overvalued by people. What happened to my phone? Okay, it's your phone. According to Sentiment, SHIB, Doge, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Polygon, Uniswap, as well as Chainlink fall under the undervalued category. So there's your list right there. SHIB, Doge, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Polygon, Uniswap, and Chainlink are undervalued. So I would venture to say that a great idea is, and listen, if you're looking, like half of your stuff should be in a more stable asset, right? At least half of your holdings should be in something. Hello from Wales. Hey, thank you for tuning in, Lloyd. I appreciate you being here. Get yourself a mixture of this kind of stuff right here, if that's what you're doing. And then throw your pie in the sky money at some of those pie in the sky things. Remember, we have a lot of different tokens in the Uniswap space, and a lot of them are crashing and burning. So, it's very important to diversify and make sure that you're not getting wrecked on any one single investment. Also, Shiba Inu, is Shibarium launching on Valentine's Day? There's a lot of question. Nobody knows, by the way, but earlier today, Kusama changed his Twitter bio, creating a buzz among the community. His bio read, tending the pine tree of life, quickly learning to play the flute before putting Shibarium in a heart-shaped box with a bow. So that right there, in a heart-shaped box with a bow, that would tend to mean most probably they're letting you know that you've got 3 weeks right now for SHIB to run before we get the launch of Shibarium. So adjust your investment accordingly if that's what you're going to do. So how many SHIB holders are currently booking profits? That's a good question. Shiba Inu jumps 37% in the last 14 days. However, despite the 37% jump, data from Into the Block shows that the majority of SHIB holders are currently facing losses. So, yeah, that seems like a oops. Only 35% of Shiba Inu investors are taking profits in January of 2023. And listen, that's probably in line with almost every other token, because listen, if you get in early, you make profit. If you get in on time, you break even. And if you get in because you FOMO'd, then you become exit liquidity for somebody else. And it doesn't mean that it can't still pump, but when something like Gala had a significant pump. I think it's 173% at this point. Now I got to fact check myself. I think it's 173% at this point, but otherwise that's where did Gala go? All right, well, that doesn't look good. Gala used to be right up here at the top. Maybe I did something wrong on the all right. I appear to be missing it. Or maybe it fell out of the top 100. Maybe there was there it is, number 101. It fell out of the top. Look at this. Page 2, 348%. Holy shit. Gala 166. It's up. So, wow, there is a lot of movement down here in the bottom. Bone up 83%. Woo! Page 2 is lit, son. But anyway, so Gale is up 166%. I'm sure people are making a lot of profit. There's going to be a lot of people that are in profit for that, but not Shiba. So we'll keep our eyes on it. Japan urges regulators worldwide to subject crypto exchanges to bank level oversight. We don't even need to read this article. Yes, that's actually a good idea. Centralized exchanges need to be regulated like banks because they behave like banks. So yeah, let's do that. Binance-backed Chinese news outlet Marsbit has its site on CoinDesk, and that is going to be horrible. Look, Binance can't control everything, and the more you see Binance control stuff, the worse off you are because your options are dwindling. And it's fine at this point if you like CZ Binance, that's fine. CZ Binance not a good person. He's a billionaire. Billionaires are not good people. They don't get there because they're good people. It's not luck. It's shrewd business decisions, and it's wrecking a lot of people along the way. That's how you become a billionaire. It's the way that it works. However, the fact that they are now looking at becoming the top outlet for news, the top outlet for tokens, the top outlet for trading, you should be concerned, because if they control every single aspect of cryptocurrency, then they're in control. And if you want something to be decentralized, you can't support that. That's crazy. Anyway, First Mover Americas. Bitcoin, Ether rise slightly after the Genesis Chapter 11 filing. And like, how crazy is it that this whole thing is playing out, and the Winklevoss twins, who, by the way, got screwed by the SEC in this whole process. How crazy is it to see all of this thing playing out? And then over here, sounds like a familiar story. Gemini reportedly works with the SEC for 17 months, and then the SEC slams them with a surprise lawsuit. There you go. If Gary Gensler was serious about helping investors, he would stop regulation by selective enforcement. So he goes and he gets people to help him, and then he screws them over. What a backstabbing, low class, just garbage mongrel that Gary Gensler is. Like, he's just an example of everybody and everything that's wrong in enforcement. 10 crypto stocks that skyrocketed in January and the rally so far. So you have Coinbase up 63%, MicroStrategy up 67%, you have Block up 19%, Nvidia up 21%. Go Nancy Pelosi. Hope Nancy and Paul made a mint off of that. Advanced Micro Dynamics up 10.7%. But these mining shares, Marathon Digital up 145% this year. Hut 8 up 118% this year. Bitfarms 150 plus. Riot Blockchain 89. And then Hive, the Canadian Bitcoin stock, rose from $1.44 to $1.88. That's 30%. So, wow, like, crypto is having just a nice little rally. And good morning, Sebastian. Even though CZ may not be a good guy, we benefit from him wanting to protect the crypto. You don't know that he's protecting the crypto space, Sebastian. That's the thing. The worst people are the ones that can tell you that they want only what's good. What they want, what he wants is, he wants what's good for Binance. And right now, that's crypto, and that's regulation, and that's a safe sort of environment with no weird laws or regulations that get in the way of him making money for his company. We can't forget that he is all about the profit. But if he controls the news, if he controls the largest exchange, if he controls the place where you get your information, that's not news, but well, I mean, I guess it's news, but if he controls everything, then we don't control anything, and we are a centralized structure. We're not in any way decentralized. He can just do whatever he wants. Look, he already, and listen, you can say what you want about CZ Binance, but here's the thing. Here's the list, right? Why is Hex not in here? Because Hex has a multi-billion-dollar market cap. So where is Hex? Why is it not? And we can come over here, by the way. I don't know if it's trending right now. Maybe not. Of course. Oh, that Hex died. God damn it. We gotta do that on Ethereum. All right. Total market cap on Hex is $13 billion. That puts Hex at number 8 and drops Cardano down because look at this. Because he's not honest with you. Where is Hex on the list? It's not on the list. Even if it were half, even if it were 320 million, it would still be on the list. But CZ Binance, thereby all of these places, they controlled these listings. And guess what? They come in at 201, I think, still. Yeah, Hex comes in tied with everybody at 201. And you see here, market cap, 4 billion, according to them. Lido staked ETH, 5 billion. Wrapped Tron, 6 billion. You have all these different ones that they prevent from being in the top 100. The FTT token, they're preventing it from being up there. Huobi, they're preventing it from being up there. I mean, guys, he is controlling the information, and he's controlling. And look, if you're being honest about your market rankings, if you're being totally honest about your market rankings, then you are giving everybody a fair opportunity to look at these rankings and decide on their investments and say, okay, well, yeah, I get that. I would certainly want to invest here. By the way, when you go down here, about 10, 15 of them down. Look at this, 415 million. Tether Gold, 473 million. TNC Coin, 582 million. BitTorrent, 704 million. Now let's go back to the top 100. If we go back to the top 100, you can see he is manipulating everything and always has. And that's just what they do, because the top 100 tokens, you get down here and the top is 315. So I just showed you like 5 of them that he is artificially suppressing to prevent them from being listed up here. No matter what you say, he's not a free guy, and he's not being genuine and honest with the crypto space. So, I mean, and you could still like him, but that's what he's doing, is he is lying to you, and we accept that because he controls this. He also controls CoinGecko, by the way. So that's why you don't see it on CoinGecko either, because they also own CoinGecko. So just in case you didn't know that one. So yeah, that's manipulation, pure and simple. But let's move on. Let's finish up, and we'll get into this. Saitama 3139. Saitama is just rocketing right now. It's on that ride. So if you didn't get in, sorry about your luck, but it's starting to get kind of crazy. For the month, we are now on Bitcoin at 27.2%. So we're not over 30%, but hopefully over today, we'll get to that point. And then on the 24, it looks like we're still deep into longs right now. Very few shorts. Bitfinex still, for some reason, has a whole bunch of shorts sitting out there. Right. And Sebastian, you can call it shrewd, but that's called a lie. And CMZ is a manipulative instrument for him. And that's what I'm saying. Because he's lying to you. Just because you call it shrewd and don't use the word lie doesn't mean that he's being honest with you. He's being dishonest with you. He's trying to manipulate the market. That's what I'm saying. He manipulates the market. So, that's why I was hoping for CoinViewCap to be something more than it ended up being. Like, I don't even know if CoinViewCap is around anymore. Keith comes in here every once in a while. CoinViewCap.com. I use /com. God damn it. And let's just do it anyway and see what happens. It's not there. Why do you hate Binance so much? I don't hate Binance. I just don't think that. I think CZ is a liar. I think that he manipulates and he deceives people. I don't think that Binance is a bad corporation. I mean, look, Google does the same thing. Facebook does the same thing. They all do the same thing. I don't think any of them are good people either. But that doesn't mean that I don't jump onto Facebook to see what my family and my relatives are doing. That doesn't mean that I don't use Google when I'm trying to look for searches on pictures to buy, because the Google search engine doesn't work the way it used to anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's holding 60 million SHIB. One day that's going to be a huge move. That's going to be gigantic. Right now, not so big, but one day, oh man, having that much SHIB is going to make you a life. It's going to be a life-changing moment for you. I feel like anyway. So the markets are open. Dow Jones down about 50, 40 points. So we're having another red day. We'll see how this plays out. We're still over, by the way. We'll still have the confirmed breakout in the Dow Jones. So we'll see how the day goes. Total market cap here, 934 million, down about 3 or 4 million in the last little while. It was up at a 937. So we're down about 3 billion just in the most recent few minutes. probably, if I look at these charts and we start to break some of this stuff outwards and say that we're doing this, like we're probably, I mean, are we back in this line? I still think that line right there. We pumped above this. Now we're using it as support, maybe. You know what I mean? Like it looks like textbook. This did not. It's Ethereum still showing signs of weakness. Like I would think that there would be some strength that would be coming from Ethereum, and I'm just really not seeing it yet. It's bouncing off of this thing right here over and over and over again, trying to get back into this channel and not break to the upside. What we need is probably about $8 or $9 billion pumped into this market that's going to layer itself in order to start that kind of frenzied rally. But you see Crow down 1.5%. Luna Classic is now down 2.5%. Luna down 1.5%. You're not seeing the pump in the market. All of a sudden, you're just kind of seeing some downward pressure everywhere. Gala is down a couple of percentage points. BNB is down a couple of percentage points. SHIB is not holding up. We're not getting that. We need that move back to the upside. So, if we're to get that, if we get that move, then we're in good shape, right? But all we're doing right now is giving the bears a win. 1.2 billion SHIB. Holy shit. Well, you're definitely in a good place. I would certainly be happy that. I actually left Facebook because of Zuck, but the egg is on my face. I'm still on Instagram. Point is, monopolies are what they are, right? And you have to live with them, but that doesn't mean I can't have an opinion that the person running it is a scumbag because they're a billionaire. And listen, I'm not saying there's never been a benevolent billionaire. There are plenty of benevolent billionaires in their own mind. There's plenty of people who think that they're noble. Listen, there is somebody out there right now who runs an oil company or runs a refining facility or something that pollutes, that thinks that he's a great person because he makes donations, because he goes to church every day, because he donates the maximum amount to his church, that thinks that he's living his best life, he takes care of his kids and stuff like that, but he's poisoning people somewhere. Like, you don't make that much money unless you're doing something. And again, not a testament of their character directly. It's just that's the way money is made, from manipulating and doing just kind of shady shit to people, oh, by the way, now that I'm looking at it, SHIB is running this line right here kind of perfect. That's not a lot of data. That's this line is kind of, it seems like it's playing out almost picture perfect, and it's using this as support and it's bouncing off of it. So if that's the case, then you might be able to project for a little while, like where we go here to the 31st. So if we continue on this trend and we continue on this path, then where do we end up on the 31st? So on the 31st, if we're doing this, we're at 1595 on the 31st. So is SHIB having a breakout? Maybe. I mean, this is, if we follow this trend line and just continue to bounce off of it, then you got a 1500 or 1600 SHIB by the end of February. So if we see that happen, that's going to be cool. In the beginning, the founder of Walmart was a genuine good guy. Exactly. And, everybody and I think everybody is, look, I think everybody's good at heart, but the people who are the shrewdest, like Sebastian said, or the biggest liars, they're the ones that get up there. And we're having a pump in the market again. So capital's coming back in. Maybe we'll see a nice little pump off of it. But, look, I just have an opinion that people who have tons of money, that make tons of money, are genuinely bad people, just by virtue of the old adage that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. When you have all of the power, You get to define what's good and what's bad. And we don't get to define what's good and what's bad. And what's bad for us might not be good, might not be bad for you. It might be good for you. So um, I just think like Sam Walton and Sam Walton. Listen, here's the argument that you can make. Walmart provides low prices for people in different areas that do not get low prices on stuff and that have had to pay a premium because they've had to buy from local producers all this time. So they're helping to provide you with cheaper stuff and more options than you had before. So you can spin that as a positive without saying, "Oh yeah, but also they wrecked, they destroyed, they killed all the cities that they come to by getting rid of all of the small businesses and all of the small business owners and driving them out of business and turning them into financially bankrupt organizations. And they can do it because they're so powerful with their cost buying ability. They can do it while they're smiling and saying, "Oh no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. We're just trying to make sure that everybody has low prices." That's a, and that should scare, like that should scare people. You know what I mean? Like that's frightening. All right, so $4 billion has entered the industry right now, and now we're seeing an actual Ethereum pump. We're seeing an actual Bitcoin pump. I don't know how far this goes. I don't know if it continues to go. The market seems to be reversing course just a little bit. Maybe we'll get into the positive on the Dow today. There it is. NGN, BRL, and Decanect. Those are the three big ones. And guys, for me, those are the three big ones because you see, I'm definitely Decanect, definitely BRL, and NGN all the way. So I'm going to live that bull run life. Matter of fact, let's go look real quick. Where is bull run? Let's do this. Saitama, 2962. So now there's the fight. The fight is profit taking now. Here you go. Now you got people cashing out like big time. Now you've got what you didn't see before, and you saw that just standard ongoing pump. As soon as it slowed down, 17 ETH sell, 9 ETH sell, 1.7, 14 ETH, 1 ETH. Now you're seeing what? Now you're seeing people start to take their profit. Now you're seeing CoinViewCap merge with Shibnobi, right? So where's the site? That was the point. I knew that it merged. I remember when that happened. When Keith joined that team, I was like, that's, that maybe that's good, but where is it? So anyway, Saitama just having a moment right now. BRL's up 18.6%, but remember, it's up 18.6% off of a massive dump. Like that was a massive dip that it had. Now, they did show some strength and buy that back, but then they got wrecked right here at 240, which is that level of resistance that I told you guys about, and boom, on the way back down. So we'll see what happens here. Kabosu still up 12.7% at 2346. I was going to get in yesterday at 14, but it started coming down either right here or right here, and it was getting closer to 14, and that was going to be my move, and it did not. But you can see right here that it's kind of channeling itself, and we're kind of predicting this one pretty good. It's going to do this for a little bit, and then it probably breaks down. Like I don't, no disrespect to Kabosu, but the way the chart looks right now, this doesn't look like a chart that's about to explode. It looks like one that's consolidating with lower highs, and that's a possible breakdown instead of up. But if the market conditions stay positive, then it'll move in the right direction. Lillian finally showing some life, is up 6% on the day. Still got some resistance, still just hit its resistance point, in fact, at 6,000. So we'll see whether it gets rejected here, or right here you can see it was used as support multiple times and resistance over here. So we'll see if it breaks out or not over here. WAGMI up 4.5%, finally showing a little bit of life. Not a lot. We're still not seeing a lot of trading volume. We're still not seeing a lot of activity out of WAGMI, but I think they're basically just sitting there quietly right now, waiting for that moment. We're just waiting for that moment. And I don't know why Saitama is pumping. There's no, I mean, like you just go look on Twitter and you'll see a lot of people talking about, yeah, but I mean, it's like where not that utility is king. Well, and that's a good part right there. The market is giving us a taste of what real utility will do in the bull run, and what they cited card. I mean, maybe we could say that cited card was the catalyst. Maybe people are feeling good about what was going on with Saitama, with the cited card, with Saita Realty. You know, you're starting to see a move, and you're getting it on everything. This is Saita Realty, and this is Saitama. They're both on these epic sort of runs right now. So it's entirely possible that the ecosystem just supported it, and there we are. Like now we're just doing good, and we're starting to see it. So that might be what's going on. Okami 52.32, barely moving, but moving. MMAI continuing just a small uptrend every single, every once in a while you just see it. It just continues to consolidate towards that upside. So I think MMAI is just on the verge of a breakout. It would be nice to see. SHIB still at 1147, but again, I do think that we're on that trend line, and I do think that trend line takes us up into the 1500s, which we covered on the other one. I don't know why I'm looking at it on this one. Decanect, matter of fact, let's get that off of there. Decanect 4655, struggling in this consolidation area right now. NGN still not launched. Terrarium just not attracting new investors yet. Again, listen, here's the thing with Terrarium, everybody's got to be nervous because you don't know when Milton comes in here and wrecks everybody with another $140,000 payroll. And I don't know at this point whether the exchange can pay for the payroll or not. That's something that we end up finding out, next month. So until next month gets here, and we see whether they do or do not take that payroll and do that again, we don't know. So now we just kind of sit on the sidelines and wait to see what happens. And if they do that, then we'll be good. Volt 84.38, struggling sideways as the market goes sideways. But just like Saitama, at some point it's going to have that big pump, just like, you know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things that's really kind of inevitable at this point. So when it gets there, we'll see it. It should be pretty cool. RBIF 1904, whatever steam it had seems to be lost. So, whatever could have happened up here, I think, it's not sustained. So we'll see if it comes back around. Kudo 1580, back down way above its launch price still, but it did have that rejection. And, hopefully it has that move back to the upside and we see another big pump come out of it. So we'll see, like you said, long-term project, a metaverse, 3 games, and then Hulk is breaking down to 38. Where are we at? 38.64. Held 5 for a while, but now it's just kind of having that little breakdown. As I think baseball is overseas right now, and by the way, it's still way up. I shouldn't say it's dead. It's way up from where it was not too long ago. But baseball is overseas right now, working on some contracts and some agreements that he thinks is going to make a big deal. So we're going to go with Saitama is just having that pump because it was time, and that ecosystem is finally paying off for everybody. And guess what? Here's the funny thing. Shibnobi Analytics. All right, so Shibnobi Analytics. Nope. And by the way, it shouldn't be a fight to try to figure out where it is. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make any sense. All right, so it's analytics.shibnobi.com. And as you can see right here, they didn't fix the hex thing. They didn't fix anything. All they did was take the data, it looks like, and just move it over at this point. Because let's go down here and let's find, what was it, page, that's 101. Then we go over here and we see what's in here. And then we go over here. And now let's go up to the top and let's see. See, 203. They're just copying. Like, this is not innovative anymore. This is just, you know, I'm not sure why this changed. Keith in August had this fixed, and now instead of having it fixed, now we're just, I mean, I guess we're just, that's just what we are at this point. Coin market cap controls what data people get, and nobody's doing anything about it. So I don't know. So anyway, if that's the case, there's no reason to even go look at that site, because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do what it was promised to do or what it was supposed to do in the beginning. It'll do whatever Shibnobi decides it wants to do. And if, you know, gobbling that CZ is what it wants to do, that's what it's going to do. So we'll see. But the market is moving in a positive direction. Dow Jones, not as much, but as long as we get a good crypto pump, that's all that matters. So time for me to go. It's not financial advice. My name is Believes. I am always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. No show tonight. We're going to be off through the weekend. We'll do some live streaming at some point. Maybe just kind of pop in, do some stuff, and we'll talk to you again very, very, very soon.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like